Hi, I'm Robert Estrin. This is livingpianos.com, your online piano store, with a glorious, over 100-year-old Steinway in magnificent condition. This is a full-size upright, what they call a professional upright. Are there amateur uprights? Well, there certainly are. This piano sounds like a grand piano because of the massive soundboard, the long bass strings, so a professional pianist can have satisfying performances and practice on an instrument like this because it has such a wonderful, rich sound, as you'll hear in a moment. The piano has a new set of hammers as well as damper felt. The case has been refinished not too long ago, and it's just a gorgeous piece of furniture as well as being a magnificent instrument. I'm going to offer you some music so you can hear the sound of the piano. I'm going to start with a delightful sonatina of Kuhlau. This is his C major, Opus 55, number 1, the complete first movement without repeats. The action is very responsive, and you know you're playing a formidable instrument. You know, I talked about amateur uprights. There's no such thing, technically speaking, but when you talk about smaller pianos, everything, the keys are shorter, not the part here, but behind the fall board. And the hammers are smaller. Everything is kind of lighter, so they don't really give much command to your performance. And if you practice on a small upright like that all the time, then you go to a grand piano, the transition is tough. Where this instrument, you know you're playing a formidable instrument, which is great because then if you don't have the room for a grand piano, you can have a rich sound and develop the technique to be able to handle a grand. Okay, let's move on and have some more music. This is the Opus 10, number 1, second movement, Beethoven Sonata. The lyricism of this movement is just so gorgeous, and you'll get to hear the tone of the piano in something slower. And that's where the first theme repeats again, and there's some variations. It's a glorious, glorious sonata. It's amazing that Beethoven wrote 32 sonatas, and they all have so much to offer. And that's just a snippet of the second movement of one of his 32 sonatas. That's a whole other subject for another video. I'm going to close now so you can hear how the piano opens up. And I'm going to put the kind of energy, if I was playing a 9-foot concert grand, as a matter of fact, the last video I shot here was a 9-foot concert grand Steinway. And I'm going to put as much energy into this upright as I would if I was playing that 9-foot piano, and you'll hear that it can take it without reaching the limit. You know, lesser pianos, you have to, at least I have to throttle my performance so I don't overplay it and get distortion. Not so in this piano. I can play it like I'm playing a full concert grand. And it's also, I'll mention one last thing before playing this for you, and that's the feel of these beautiful real ivory keys, like pearls under your fingers. So let's listen to a little bit of the Military Polonaise, just the opening theme, so you can hear this piano, what it sounds like, really playing forte. So if you have the space for an upright, you really want the sound of a grand and a piano that will prepare you to play big instruments. And you appreciate this gorgeous furniture. I mean, look at this. The woods, everything about it, the condition for a piano from 1904, pretty remarkable. I always love it when we get pianos like this. I enjoy them for the time we have them. Again, I'm Robert Estrin here at livingpianos.com. Thanks for joining us.